Hey guys, what is up and welcome to my channel. It's a Hardback Life. My name is Jordan, and today I'm going to be doing a book review for you. And the book that I'm going to be reviewing is none other than Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Now, I've been trying to read a book by this author for the last couple of years, but I just have not been focusing on that. I've been reading books by other authors or authors that that I'm comfortable with and that I know of. And you know what? I decided I gotta change that. And so I decided to do this thing on my channel called Author Dedication, where I pick multiple books by said author and put them in my TBRs. And I decide after I've read maybe a couple of their books whether I want to continue reading a book by this author. In October, I chose Stephen King. That was a success. I only read a portion of Pet Sematary though. But even with the portion of Pet Sematary that I read, I thought his writing was fantastic. And so I decided to do the same thing and I chose V.E. Schwab for the next round. And oh my gosh, again, successful. I freaking love this book. This book, by the way, is about two friends, Eli and Victor. And they're attending medical school at the time of this book. And this story actually goes back and forth between the past and the present. The beginning starts off with the present day and shows Victor basically breaking out of prison. And the past is when they're in medical school. And in this story, in the past scenes, we get Eli and Victor as they are working through their thesis in college. Eli's thesis is on EOs, which stands for extraordinary people. And extraordinary people are humans that have superhuman abilities, so superpowers. And his main thesis is on how do EOs truly exist? And if they do, how do they become EO? If they do, he just basically wants to find out if they exist and find more evidence on that and stuff like that. But Victor decides to take it up another notch, and he's like, you know what? Instead of just researching about EOs, why don't we do an experiment? And so it's found that to become an EO, you have to have a near-death experience. And so Victor and Eli have many failed attempts at becoming EOs, but when they do succeed, it goes horribly wrong, especially where Victor's concerned. And because it goes horribly wrong for Victor, Eli ends up turning on him because Victor's situation, he had a little help. I'll just say that. I don't want to say anything more about that, but he had a little help. And thus begins the long, constant battle between Eli and Victor. They go from friends to enemies just like that. Because Eli betrayed Victor and Victor ended up in prison. And like I said, it goes back and forth between the past and the present. And the storylines meet up. So yeah, like I said, Eli and Victor are in college in the past. And then we have present day where Victor's breaking out of prison and wanting to get revenge on Eli. And oh, it's super fantastic, from the character building to the storyline in general and the plot. And like I said, there's other characters as well. And like I said, the characters are just awesome. My favorite character in this book is Mitch. Mitch was in prison with Victor, and they basically become friends Eli or Mitch is basically takes on the role of Victor's protector, but Victor doesn't really need protecting. But Mitch is just, oh, he's great. And then there's Sydney, who is a 12-year-old little girl, and I don't want to say too much about her. And then there's also, except she becomes another accomplice with Victor and Mitch. And then we have Serena, who is Sydney's sister, and she ends up in cahoots with Eli. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You have to read it. But oh my gosh, this is so fantastic, and I absolutely love this book. And I saw an interview with E. Schwab recently where she talks about how she likes to write in between the lines. And this story takes on the what is the line between hero versus villain or friends versus enemies? Like, is there a gray area, like right and wrong, like type of thing? She writes along those lines a lot in this book. And I guess it's a theme in all her books. And oh my gosh, this story is so fast paced and captivating that you're not going to want to put it down. I'm telling you straight up. It I'm glad I chose this as the first book to read by V.E. Schwab because it's fantastic. And she also says in an interview that she her adult books are dark, but her YA books are just as dark, if not darker. And that's why she switches between, like, if you notice in some of her books, it says her full name, Victoria Schwab, and then in the adult fiction she writes is V.E. Schwab. I thought that was kind of cool, too, to hear about in the interview that I saw. But yeah, I cannot wait to read more of her books. And this is actually the first book in a duology called Villains. The second book I have right here. Oh. The second book is called Vengeful. And so the storyline continues. And I've heard we've got some new characters in this one as well. But I'm super here for it. But yeah, you guys should definitely read Vicious. And I actually did do a reading vlog for Vicious, so I'm gonna be posting that soon. So be looking for that. Anyway, you guys, that was my book review on Vicious. Stay tuned for my reading vlog so you can see my reactions. And I don't think I got too spoilery in my reading vlog either. So yeah, you're gonna see. Anyway, you guys, before we go, please hit the like and subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me, just so you can see more of my content and when I upload videos and such. Anyway, you guys, I shall see you later. Bye.